Namaste. Welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. Uh, Last weekend, my children had come home, and many of their friends also had come to meet them. So they were all generally discussing about where they are in life today, how they studied together, and from then on, many of them were catching up. After many long years, how some of them have really done well in business, or some of them have done well in the corporate world, and so on. Just watching them and listening to their conversation uh, took me back to one story which I had read many years ago, and I thought I'll share that with all of you today. The story is about how life is like a cup of coffee. A very, very similar situation. The story is that once a group of students one had gone to meet together at a professor's house. So it's like an alumni meeting, all of them coming together after many years. And they were eager to meet each other, exchange notes, and also meet the professor whom they all loved a lot. So when they got there, they were discussing and each finding out how the other had been. How some people had traveled abroad, others, some of them had got married and settled down. Some of them had become very top positions in the corporate ladder, and some of them had become successful businessmen too. And they were just talking about how life had taken them to different places. And so the topic steered to not only their achievements, but also what are the tensions they were facing in life today, and what all the kind of stress they are going through, and so on. While all this was happening, the professor quietly got up and went into the kitchen, and he asked his wife to make a large pot of coffee to give all the students who had come home. 12 to 15 of them had come home. So the professor's wife generously agreed, and within a while, she brought this huge pot of coffee and along with the tray. In the tray, there were mugs of uh, coffee, but all the cups were of different material, different shapes and sizes. Some of Some of them were, exquisite cups with gold rims on them, some ceramic cups, some glass cups, some steel cups, and so on. But then there was coffee in all of them. So it was kept there, and the professor came in and said, all of you, please help yourself to this coffee while you are talking. The students were glad, and then each of them helped themselves to some coffee. After a while, the professor just looked at them and said, just have a look at your cups. This is the reason for all your stress and worries. The students didn't understand. They said, a coffee cup, and how can that be related to the stress which we are facing in our work life or even in our personal life too? So then the professor looked at the tray in which there were a number of cups, and he said, see, the best of the cups have been taken by all of you, and the remaining empty cups are the ones which are a little bit ordinary. This is what really happens in life. The coffee is the same in all the cups, but we spend our lives going behind things which really don't have much value in them. We go behind beautiful houses, or we want the best of everything. They go behind the best of houses or the best of cars or the best of schools for your children and so many other things, that in the process we forget that what we really want is a good cup of coffee. And this coffee, if it is really tasty and good, it really doesn't matter in which cup it was served. I do understand when it's served in a lovely cup, it appears good. Definitely, yes. But then, what really matters in life is the coffee and not the cup. If you think about it, you will understand the true meaning. That is, we have to learn to savor the coffee, learn to relish the taste of the coffee, and don't get drawn by the external appearances. Whereas people today, very often, They get drawn by all these external attractions, and then what happens is their family suffers, their relationships suffer. They have a lot of stress in life, a lot of competition. Maybe I feel some other colleague has brought a big car and I need to get a bigger car or maybe an equally big sized car, or I also need to buy an apartment in such a location and things like that. This kind of competing with each other just for these outward appearances is not going to bring you happiness. What brings true happiness is the quality of the coffee in the cup. So the quality of life, so compare it to your own life. The quality of life depends on just like the quality of coffee. If you were served very bad tasting coffee, even in the most exquisite cup, you will not enjoy it, will you? But many of us, we have enjoyed excellent coffee even from one small shop, maybe down the road, where we were served in just ordinary cups or some steel glasses or something like that. So, what our focus should be on the coffee and not on the cup. So, life is like a cup of coffee. So, life refers to the coffee in the cup. And all these outward appearances behind which we are running and waste a lot of our time, money, and energy are only the external tools like your house or car or the great foreign vacations, everything which you take. They are good, but if they are going to increase your feeling of stress and competitiveness and so on, they really are not going to give you happiness at the end of the day. So savor the coffee and don't run behind the cup. A simple thought, a simple story, which I remember reading many years ago, and which I thought will share with all of you, which might apply to quite a few of you in today's rat race, where we run behind so many things, and at the end of the day, we really don't have time for our family, our children, spending some time with your own kids, spending time with your parents, spending time with your loved ones, which is true happiness. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen and we'll meet again with another interesting episode from Geeta's Kitchen. Thank you.